We are here with the defending Division V state champions, the Coldwater Cavaliers, 15-0 a season ago in this community sports and therapy pigskin preview. Andy Lynch and Chris Parks happy to be in Mercer County. Chip Otten, the head coach, and also Mitch Shane here joining us for our first segment. And a week ago we played in the John Reed Memorial Golf Outing. I know Chip was there. I was playing in that as well too for WOSN. I got to ask you, Coach, we had a great turnout there. The food was unbelievable too.
Yeah. Thanks. First of all, thanks for having us, Chris and Andy. And the John Reed Memorial, 4th year. They filled it every year. I think we had 28 teams this year. Coach Reed and her family does a great job of putting it together and make it a fun day. Start at 7:30 in the morning, and unfortunately this year for us coaches, we had always had 2-a-days. We always had a practice on that, so we would come later in the afternoon. And this year, because it got bumped back, that was nice. We got to hang out a little bit longer, and like you said, there was a great steak afterward.
Oh, if I knew steak was there, I would have endured the golf. I'm not a golfer.
I know you would have.
Just for the steak, but maybe next year if I know steak is on the menu.
No, it was a great day, though, no doubt.
Coach, assistant coaches don't always get talked about a whole lot, but you've got a great staff, a veteran staff, and Coach Brunn's coming back to the area. Certainly a nice plus to your staff.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We've lost, I think, approximately 120 years of experience the last 4 years, unfortunately, with Coach Reed passing a few years ago. Coach Hoyne has now retired 40 years. Jerry Kenny retired 30 years. And now Jason Hemmelgarn, I don't know if you guys even know this, he's become our principal now.
Oh, wow.
And so he's volunteering. So he'll be out here probably more than what everybody thinks.
Principal and volunteering to coach.
That's right. That's right. So I'm his boss sometimes, and he's my boss sometimes, I guess. But so we have lost a lot of experience, but we also have Randy Wright's in his 30th year. I've got 30. Yep. Thad Forstuffel's about 15. Dan Kenny, Jerry's son, was with us last year, and he's a he played for us 2002 or whatever, about 10 years ago. Mark Bruns played in I think 96, 97, something like that. So he's coming back, and he's had a great experience down at Anderson. They won the state back in 2007, I believe.
Yeah,
so he's had some good experiences. Corey Klinke is coming back. He's student teaching. He went to Miami, and he's student teaching, so he's helping us. And Aaron Alec was another one of our players about 10 years ago. So hopefully I didn't miss anybody there. But again, guys that know kind of the way we work, know the system. And so it's a good mix now. Those young guys know all the computer stuff and the huddle stuff, and they're always trying to throw all this new stuff, and we're like, wow, we do it the way we always do. So,
That's right.
So we're kind of getting a good mix of guys that way.
Mitch, last year you guys finally got the monkey off your back there. You went to the state title game 4 years in a row, had lost the previous 3. Last year you guys won it in a thrilling 10-9 victory. Just recall last December and what that meant for you, your teammates, in this community.
It was a great experience for the team, for everyone in the community. But getting there the last 3 years and getting there last year and being able to win it, it was huge, big for everybody. It was great for the seniors.
Coach, I know there was a lot of pressure on last year's team. You could feel it in the community. You could feel it all around the area. They were expected to do well. All these big seniors are back, and they succeeded. They fulfilled that expectation. Does it feel different this year? Is the pressure off with a new group? And I mean, some of the same guys, but certainly a lot of new roles for these fellas.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's good. Good way you said that. There was some pressure last year. We felt like we knew we were going to be good, but we didn't know, with the schedule we had. There was that pressure. Fortunately, relatively speaking, we stayed healthy fairly throughout. Jordan Chapin missed a few games, and Caleb Seifring missed a few games, but we had guys. Grant came in and filled in really well, and really kind of was our mix and match guy. Grant Molenkamp filled in. Adam Klosterman came in when Kayla was out for a couple games. But relatively, we stayed healthy, and we had great leadership. We had 23 seniors, and let's be honest, really about 15 or 16 were pure starters. And so those other guys played their roles and took it like men and really just did what they were supposed to do. And our best guys played good all the time. Caleb and Austin and Chape and Big Harley and gosh, I'm sure I'm missing a couple guys in there. Zach Dickman.
Yep.
Those guys, when we needed them, they played well, and so. But it's a new challenge, and that's fun.
Yeah.
We're not thinking about play 60 right now, and maybe that added to the pressure a little bit. But
right.
but these guys have come in, and we had everybody here today. Every single player that we got on the roster was here. Well, actually, one guy's hurt. He got cut in the leg, a young guy, and one guy's in Europe. on a vacation, so we
excuse
excused him. We excused the trip to Europe.
Yeah.
So they're all here. They're working hard. I think everybody's healthy for the most part.
Okay,
so
good.
It's a good challenge for us.
Mitch, what's the mindset of this year's 2013 Cavalier team coming off of a state title? Obviously, the goal is to get back there again and win it. What's everyone kind of feeling right now through this first week of camp?
I think we're feeling good. A lot of confidence. One of our mottos this year is RTR, which stands for Reload to Repeat. We lost all those big seniors last year. We got a few returning starters coming back, and we just got to reload, hopefully repeat.
Mitch, Coldwater's seniors are always such great leaders through the years. What's it mean for you to be a senior, and then what have you taken from some of those senior classes that you hope to implore?
It's important. Every year for Coldwater, senior leadership is big, and last year our seniors did a really good job, taught us a lot, and I'm hoping to take everything I can from them and apply it to this year.
Chip, as you mentioned earlier, with all the coaches, some of them now retiring, just the bevy of experience you guys have here and just how it helps this program year in and year out.
Yeah, that's huge. If you look back and look at the really, really successful programs, this is all over. What you find is typically there's a staff that's been there for a while, and you get good experience, and the kids understand what's expected. They kind of know the program. Typically, you don't change a whole lot of offense and defense, so the young guys learn it. And when you don't have turnover, everybody's comfortable. They know what to expect. They know how it works. So Coach Reed here, 15 years. Al Hetrick at Versailles for 35 years. Tim Beckman at St. Henry for 6-8. The Delphus guys, even though they maybe have switched every 8 or 10, but the similar guys in the same system. And I'm sure I'm missing a few guys in there. But again, if you go all in the state, Cincinnati or not, Cleveland Ignatius, Coach was there for 20, and so you see those good programs. You get that stability, and it's huge. It's huge if you have guys coming into programs and they have a new coach every couple of years. You just trying to reteach, relearn, set an attitude, and it's already here. So we're just trying to keep it rolling.
Brody Hoyne made so many spectacular plays defensively, even catching the football last year. A new role for him this year, stepping in.
Yeah, no question. Brody's moving to that quarterback spot and safety spot. He won't like this, but we're going to try to get him off the field there sometimes. But I'm sure he would prefer to be out there all the time. But we've got some guys who can, even offensively. Big Greg Gilliland is we had the 3 O-line Gilliland boys in the past, and Greg is still wants to play quarterback, and he's throwing really well. But Brody brings the Kevin Hoyne factor from 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, where run, pass. He's already thinking about the second or third tackler because he knows the first one's going to miss already. And then you throw in the defensive, which he's already proved that he can do that. We got to keep him healthy, and then that's going to be huge. And like I said, he won't like this, but at times we're going to take him out early. We've got several young guys, and really older guys that maybe are inexperienced that can say, hey, give Brody a break here, series here, series there. So in the fourth quarter, he's ready to do his thing.
Mitch, is there a sense of excitement within the team, within the coaches, and within the community, knowing you guys are going to be playing football again in a couple of weeks?
It's exciting. It's big for this town, small town, rallies around football. It's going to be big. Everyone's really excited. Hopefully have a good season.
Mitch, it's always a great start to the season with Kent in a game that we'll show you on WOSN, and a new opponent in Hartley. Just how big are those two non-conference games to get your season started?
I mean, those first 2 games are great. 2 great opponents. First game is going to be about 100 degrees out, 4-hour-long game.
You're predicting the weather. This is great.
It's going to be a long game.
Yep.
A lot of passes, a lot of plays. Going to get good experience. Second game, going to go down to Bishop Hartley. It's going to be a different experience. It's going to be good.
Mitch, how does that help you guys out getting into the MAC schedule, taking on 2 great non-conference opponents?
It helps out a lot. It gets us warmed up. You don't want to have a week, first 2 games, then get into the first game of MAC and have all the guys that haven't had that experience get blown out of their shoes in that third game.
Coach, from a playoff points perspective, you guys remain Division 5, so those 2 games from a points perspective are very big as well.
Oh, huge, because everyone else in the league is below us now. Somehow, Anna and Versailles, we flip-flop. And I don't think our school's getting any bigger, but somehow we picked up a few boys, and so those first 2 are going to be huge. Kenton, we know they're coming back with a lot of returners. They're going to win. I'm just throwing a number out there. They're going to win 7, 8, 9, maybe hopefully not 10, because that means we're going down. But and Hartley also, they're in our division, not in the same region. So big points. You know, you got to think. You know, you go in to win 2 of those, but we feel like we got to win 1 of those for sure if we got a shot at getting in.
Great start to our community sports and therapy preview show here with the Coldwater Cavaliers. When we take a break, we've got more players ahead to join Andy and I. That's coming up next on WOSN. Welcome back to Coldwater for this community sports and therapy pigskin preview, taking a look at the 2013 Coldwater Cavaliers. Joining us now is Grant Mollenkamp and also Brody Hoying. Guys, you're kind of between practices right now. You get back out here in the afternoon to get things going. Some guys in there kind of taking a nap and sleeping. Is this par for the course whenever you guys get done with the first practice, Grant?
Yeah, I mean, after the first practice,
you guys were pretty wore out.
Yeah, after the first practice, we're dead. We want to refuel and stuff and get ready for our next practice and just go from there, I guess.
Brody, you guys just kind of bringing the sleeping bags in, just kind of get underneath the cool school and just get a little downtime then?
Yeah, we usually all cuddle up. We call it cuddle, and we cuddle up in one spot.
Okay.
Get our blankets together and we lay down.
Isn't that nice?
Very good.
Brody stepping into
Team camaraderie. It's good.
Play quarterback this year. Just how excited are you for that opportunity?
Oh, I'm very excited. It's a new thing. I haven't played there since my 8th grade freshman year. Wow. It's going to be different going from receiver, running back to quarterback, but I'm looking forward to it.
Brody, is there anything you took back from Austin last year, playing quarterback the last couple years, maybe like notes and things that you learned from him that you can use at the quarterback position this year?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I've learned from him, whether who you're looking for on your first pass and then checking down to your second pass, or just many other little things like your 3-step drops and stuff like that.
Grant, the senior class last year, obviously a bulk of the starters, but blowing people out in the first half, there were plenty of guys that got in the second half, got varsity experience. You stepped in an injury situation. Just how important was that experience last year as you all step into full-time roles?
I mean, this year I can definitely tell I've gotten like a lot better knowing like the situations around me and knowing what's going on. Just the experience is huge. Just at least getting like starting 4 games last year, and it actually plays a big role going into my senior year and being able to lead the team defensively.
Brady, what'd you guys do over the summertime? How many 7-on-7s did you do? How often were you guys in the school? I mean, football is really not just a couple-month thing. It seems like it's almost a year-round sport, isn't it?
Right. Starting in January, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, our guys that weren't in other sports were lifting already. Mm-hmm. And after every lift, they would come out and do some type of conditioning. And then after baseball season ended, all the other guys got into it, and we went to the 7-on-7 down in Dayton. And we also had a 7-on-7 here against Bucyrus Winford. So those went well, too.
Brody, I noticed your wristband, a verse from Hebrews. Tell us the significance of that and why you wear it.
Well, it's the Coach Reed wristband.
Okay.
He was our coach here a couple years ago. I just always wear it in remembrance of him.
Cool. That's really neat there. You guys grew up with Coach Reed. Being the coach here, obviously passed away a couple years ago. Watching his teams play, what did you guys maybe take most from his teams that played, Grant?
I think just helping out all the younger kids, like camp. We have little kids camp that comes out here, and older guys come out here, try to teach them up and stuff, and that's expected about every year. And I don't know.
Grant, after the state championship game, how much time were you able to celebrate before you started looking ahead to this year?
Probably that night and probably a week, and then it was back to get
right
into
back
business.
To it right
yeah.
away. Huh. Trying to put it from their minds so they can focus on this year.
That's incredible. 15-0 the Coldwater Cavaliers the season ago, Division 5 state champs, hoping to do the same thing again this season. We're going to take a break here in this community sports and therapy pigskin preview. More with the Coldwater Cavaliers straight ahead on WOSN. Back one final time with the Coldwater Cavaliers. Joining us now is Austin Klosterman, sitting next to Andy, and also Andrew Schwederman. Both guys looking forward to this 2013 year, I would imagine. Let's start first off with you, Andrew. You guys have been working hard this summer. Is it kind of hard to believe you guys are starting another football season?
Well, the summer went fast. Liftings were all good, but the coach has been keeping us informed that, so many days until that first game, so many days until 2 days. So we're all working hard and getting ready for it.
Had that constant countdown going, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Andrew, how's the defense looking this year? What are the specs of this team?
This year our defense, a lot of new guys. A lot of guys are excited to be able to prove that they can play more of a quick defense than a bigger defense. So hopefully we can keep our quick guys. Conditioning's been really tough, so we can keep going in the fourth quarter.
Awesome. Let's switch gears now from the defense over to the offense. You got a new quarterback in Brody Hoying. How much does the personnel change? Will the offense change at all, or is everything pretty much the same as last year?
Well, it looks all like the same, but a lot of new guys are coming in, so we're just going to have to reload and get everybody in there. And, yeah.
Austin stepping in as the center. What's it mean to be that guy that snaps the ball and kind of the center of the line?
Center is the most important position on the field because they have to snap the ball and make sure it's a good snap. Otherwise, the play doesn't get started. So it feels good to be out there this year.
Does your responsibility include just kind of surveying the defense? Will you make any changes at all on the line, or is everything pretty much just the play's called and you guys get to the line? Can you do any like audibles or anything at the center position?
Well, I'll be communicating the most on the line and then telling everybody what's going on and stuff, and then we'll be snapping the ball.
How are two-a-days? Are they just brutal? You know, the conditioning, all the stuff you're out there, or does Coach Otten and the staff put in some fun things to keep it light sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of fun out here. It's we work hard though. We make sure we have fun though.
Andrew, your favorite maybe drill thing that you guys do? Is there something, I know through all the blood, through all the sweating and all the running you guys do, is there something you guys like to do as a team together?
Me personally, I like it when we do Team D because that's the only time we actually got to go live against an offense. You got to see how you're doing.
Just kind of going 11 on 11, just going straight up against each other?
Yeah.
When you got the pads on today, it feels more like football, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good to get pads back on. I was excited. Last night. Hard to sleep.
There you go.
All right.
A football team that is ready here in Coldwater. The Division 5 state champs, they will remain in D5 for this year in the new 7-division OHSAA format. And we thank Coach Otten and the guys for being a part of today's show, brought to you by Community Sports and Therapy. For Chris Parks and Joe Vernick, my name is Andy Lynch. We'll see you next time here on WOSN.